whichever you want. I'm going to call it late in the night because I'm not going to drop any scripture on you guys. I am what you need. You're watching my channel. And as usual, what you need just wants to give you something that nobody else is talking about. So we're going to talk about it right now. Something that everybody else is overlooking about Oscar Duarte's performance against Ryan Garcia. I've heard a lot of criticism about Oscar Duarte's performance, but it's something that everybody's forgetting. This is a step-up fight for Oscar Duarte. This is a fight in which Oscar Duarte is going to experience things he's never experienced before. And I particularly decided to use the cover picture that you see for this stream. And if you look, Oscar Duarte has one hand on the canvas. You know why? His head's still spinning. His head is still spinning. Okay. And I was listening to what's it called? Pro Box TV. I was listening to Pro Box TV. I was listening to a number of other channels, where they were criticizing Duarte's performance in terms of they were criticizing that he could have gotten up, but he just got up too late. But it was because he paused or he had some sort of. Listen, let's talk about this. Fighters gain experience with every single fight. This is a step-up fight for Duarte. Duarte never faced anybody on the level of a Ryan Garcia. Nobody. So this was going to be a fight which was going to be challenging for him. Okay. Ryan Garcia, what a lot of people don't get is he does have a lot of power. He doesn't just have speed. He has power with that speed. And to deal with somebody who's faster than you, Duarte was dealing with a tremendous difference in speed. His punches were much slower than Ryan's punches, so he was open for a very much longer time. What Duarte was doing in this fight, which a lot of people didn't understand, was he was maintaining a certain distance, maintaining a certain range so that Ryan Garcia wouldn't counter him. Okay? He was applying what we call smart pressure on his opponent. And that's why he was able to counter Ryan Garcia with his timing. He was able to get the timing in Ryan, counter his jab, make Ryan put away his jab for a minute. Ryan went to the shoulder roll, which he always used to execute that shoulder roll the way how he does. What he does is he tries to mimic Floyd Mayweather. So what happens is he'll shoulder roll you. He stays with the blade like this. And then he dips down. Now he's turning his back. He dips down and pivots around you. You see, he's not trying to show his back. He dips under the punch and stays low, but he doesn't come back up. He stays down. He's trying to imitate what Floyd do. I guess he was a Floyd Mayweather Jr. fan when he was a child. It seems to be something instinctual about him. He naturally goes to that when he wants to close distance and he wants to walk up, hold his ground, and fight against a fighter. He closes the blade, and it's not he shows his back to his opponent. He's bladed like this. But from here, he dips down, and that's when they say he shows his back to his opponent because he's dipping below the torso of his opponent to stay under his opponent's shots. And they're saying he shouldn't do that because he doesn't do it perfectly. But that was what he did. First, he held his ground so it kind of looks awkward, but he's always been doing that. And that's something Derek James don't want him to do. So he started now boxing from range, boxing on the outside, and making Duarte, keeping him off balance so he can't set the throw. Because Duarte, to get his power, he has to set to throw. So Duarte had to be following him around the ring. Duarte was trying to close the distance on him, increase the pressure, close the distance on him. And he was getting some minimal success. Ryan was still countering him. And then he tried to engage. He tried to force a little bit, and he got caught. You got to understand, when he got caught crisp with a check hook. That dazed him. And on top of being dazed there, he got caught with several other shots. He did the skanky leg the first time. Then he did the skanky leg again, a second time after getting caught with two more shots. And then the third time he got caught with the skanky leg and he went down on both hands and knees and hands. Okay? That's when he went down. And if you look in the photo that I give you, he's still trying, his equilibrium's off. He's spinning all over the place. That's why he started looking to the corner like that, because he's spinning. Okay, he's spinning. Now, Timothy Bradley gets it. Paulie Malignaggi and Chris Algieri refuse to acknowledge that this guy, even when he got up and he was putting his hands up to the referee, he was still off balance. You could see him. He was on skates. Still, the dude didn't know how. He did the right thing. He took a knee after he got himself together. He took a knee and he was kind of waiting to stand up. And the referee was flashing, of course, the timing in his face, but he can't hear the referee because he can't hear anything. He's doing this. Okay, he's still spinning. So, because Ryan knocked his equilibrium all over the place. He got caught. He was skanky legging all over the place, and Ryan was nailing him while he was skanky legging. So his equilibrium was way off. It wasn't that he was hurt to the point where he was concussed. It wasn't that. It was that he was hurt to the point where his equilibrium was all over the place. So he was trying to gather himself while the referee's saying 5, 6. Dude's not keeping track of what the referee's saying. He can't even hear the referee. He's like spinning all over the place. He don't even know how many fingers going up in his face. You know, he's seeing this. That's all he's seeing. Everything's going faster. And that's what Timothy Bradley was trying to explain. Everything's going faster than usual. So his reaction time's slower because he got hit with shots that totally threw his equilibrium off. The problem wasn't that he's not strong. He's a strong dude. That wasn't his problem. His problem was his equilibrium was off. It's kind of like with Caleb Plant and Canelo. Caleb Plant's equilibrium was all over the place, right? And dude wasn't ready to fight. Even when he got up, his eyes were still scattered. His eyes were big and bugly, and his eyes were scattered. So the referee called a fight anyway, which was a good call, by the way, because he just throw him there. Ryan would have just finished him off, right? He was not going to continue that fight, and it wasn't going to go much further. So for the preservation of the fight, the referee called it off, which is a good idea. Guy couldn't make it up at 8. Now, Paulie and Chris Algieri, they may have been disappointed that the guy couldn't continue his pressure on Ryan and see what could happen, but in no way are they giving him a fair shake. This guy is green. This guy doesn't have the experience behind him. This guy is being presented with new situations he's probably never encountered before. And so you have to understand all of that is a learning curve for him. He's going to learn how to gather himself when he gets knocked down like that. This guy never faced anything like this. The situations he was put in against Ryan, he had never been placed in. And he did the best he could with what he had. And he got nailed. He got nailed 3, 4, 5 times. Equilibrium's already off. So this guy, there was no way. I'm surprised he even made it to his feet, to be honest with you. Okay? Because Ryan can punch. And this is what everybody's forgetting. He does it very quickly, but he can punch. The guy was taking his shots because he could see the shots. The shot that he got caught with that he didn't even know what happened. He probably doesn't even know he got hit 4, 5, 6 times. He don't even know that. Okay? That's to tell you how quickly Ryan hits a guy. And he can stun you, and that's it. And then he can just finish you off. So, no, I don't think this guy didn't want to get up or something in his mind. He didn't have time for that. He didn't have time to gather himself. That's why he made it to his feet too late. And even when he made it to his feet, his equilibrium was still off. He was still, he stood up on his toes. He was on his toes with his hands up in the air to the referee. He wasn't altogether there, you know. So, no, you got to give the guy a fair shake, man. The guy gave it a go. As you know, Ryan mixed it up. He made adjustments, and that's what made Ryan win that fight. So I just wanted people to know that. Smash the like button when you're at what you need. Show some love. You're getting some info that you won't get elsewhere. So show some love. All right, so that's what I got for you guys. I'm out of here. Peace.